we are going to see how we can upload files to Firebase Storage using Expo and obviously React Native. So let's get started. So go to your favorite browser and type in Firebase console. If you don't already have a Firebase account, you need to create one. You need to create one, and I already have multiple projects and I have Firebase. Basically, you can use your Google account, but you need to sign up on Firebase and create a new project by clicking on this add project plus sign, and then whatever you'd like your project to be called, I'll simply name it as Firebase Expo Firebase Storage Example, and continue. Check this off. Wait for a couple of seconds. So this is now done. Click on continue, and you have your new Firebase project. Create a new. Click on this web, the arrow sign which says web. Click on it and create a web app. Since we are making a React Native app, so it's a web app, so we need to create a web app. If you are working on a bare workflow, you would need to create separate iOS and Android projects, but that's beyond the scope of our video. So let's name it whatever we want. So let's name it similarly, Expo Firebase Storage Example. Click on register app. Don't check this, and it will pop up with this. Just copy this var config object, var Firebase config object, copy this and continue to console. Go to storage. Go to storage. Get started. These are the rules. Just keep the default. This will create a storage bucket for your app to be used by your app. So as you can see, there's nothing, but let's go to rules. We need to edit some rules to be able to use our app without authentication. If you have authentication enabled, you know what to do. Just edit out the if part and keep it there and publish. And it's done. Took a couple of tries. Go to files, and this is done. You can get your you can go to here, and if you did not copy it earlier, you can copy it from here. So let's close this. Bring out your terminal. I have a terminal here. I'll create a new terminal. And go to your directory where you store your, and click. If you don't have Expo, I assume you have Expo installed, so I won't go into the details of how to install the Expo CLI. So if you have the Expo CLI installed, you have the Expo CLI installed, click Expo init. It will create a new Expo project. Give it a suitable name. I'll just name it same as our Firebase project. Expo Firebase Storage example. It will ask you whether you want a blank workflow or a template. So just select the blank workflow and wait till it installs all the JavaScript dependencies. Here it uses yarn to install the packages, but you can change it to npm by expo init, the name of the file, and adding this flag --npm to the end. But I'll recommend yarn because it's faster. Let's wait for this to finish. Ready, so we can just copy this cd into this directory and open your favorite IDE. If you use Visual Studio Code, you can do code dot or manually open your project in the IDE. So you can see this is a empty project. We have our app.js. Let's get rid of this boilerplate. And we need two third-party libraries. The first one is Expo. The first one is Firebase, and the next one is Expo Image Picker. So what Expo Image Picker does, it lets us pick an image from our gallery, and which we can use later to upload it to Firebase so that we can test if our project works or not. So go to Expo Image Picker. You can check this out. I'll put it in the description. So if you use yarn, you can use yarn, or you can use npm. So if you use yarn, it's yarn add, or if you use npm, it's npm install. The name of the package, which is Expo Image Picker, and Firebase. The next package is Firebase. So when we want a specific version, that is 7, let me check. Yes, it's Firebase 7.9.0. So Firebase @ 7.9.0. Click enter and it will install the package and its dependencies. Wait for a few minutes. Let it install. Let's get back when this finishes. So let's go to the editor, and you might remember we copied the Firebase config which will be used now. So let's create a firebase.js file in our root directory of our project, and paste the stuff we copied earlier. And we need to export this, so add export, and you can change the var to const or let, and this done. We don't need the status bar, we don't need the text. So here we need an image to display what we picked from the image picker. We need two buttons. You have to import the button and the image. So the button self-imported, and I'm importing the image here like this. Copy the button once more. We'll name the one button take, choose picture, on press, and the next being upload. Now we will import Firebase, import everything as capital F Firebase from quotations small Firebase. We also need to import the Expo image picker library. So the import is similar. Import everything as image picker from Expo image picker. Yes, image picker from Expo image picker. So let's go to the image picker, Expo, the docs, Expo docs, and go to image picker. You can go there just by typing image picker, Expo image picker. This one, the Expo image picker. So it works on everything. And we need this part. You can just copy the entire beginning from const image till above return. So we copy those parts and paste it here. So what this does is, the first one is this use effect. The function in the use effect requests permission so that we can access the library, which is stored in status. We await the image picker's request media library permission async, and if it is not granted, we alert saying that we need camera permissions. We need to agree to this. And we have another function known as pick image, which we have named pick image, and this is the main function which allows us to open up the gallery view from where we can pick images to be uploaded to Firebase. So here we use await instead of promises with the then and catch blocks. So we use image picker dot launch image library async with media types. You can read about this in the docs. And if the result is not cancelled, we'll store the image's URI in the image state, and we are using use state hooks because this is a functional component. So in choose picture, let's put pick image, and then on press let's keep it empty for now and test if the open your favorite simulator. Favorite simulator and type in Expo start. This can be your Android simulator or your real device with Expo installed. We'll open the localhost in here. Press I if you are using the iOS simulator, or A if you are using the or A if you're in the Android simulator, and W for web, which is not a concern. So we press I, and it will shortly open on our simulator here. Give it some time. If you're using this on a real device, you need to be connected to the same Wi-Fi or be on the same network, because for this to work. But since we are on the simulator, it doesn't matter because it's on the same network. It will take some time building up the bundle. So it's almost done. If we launch the app in a jiffy, we have an error. So we did not import use state. You need to make sure you import use state and use effect. Use state, use effect, and press save. It will reload the package. And R to reload the project again. And here we go. So if close this up, it will ask ask permission for the media library or the gallery. Allow it, and you can see there are the two buttons. If we choose a picture, the gallery pops up, and these are the sample images. Choose anyone. Choose, and we see here that it's working properly. Now let's display it. So in the source type image, type use source and URI, and we'll URI as the image state, and give it a style. Without style, it won't display your image. So style is, let's give it a width of 300 and a height of 300 as well. Oops, yes, 300 as well. We see the image now. So our image picker works properly. So now let's get to the fun part, the main Firebase part. So we'll create a function called, what should we name the function? The function is upload image to Firebase. Upload image to Firebase, or simply upload image. Upload image. And since this is an async function, we'll use async. You can use if you go on. So there's an issue with Expo, which is mentioned in this link. So let's go to that link and we'll get to know what's wrong. So this link was an issue that type error network failed when fetching file URI, because file URI does not work. React Native Expo does not support file URIs for making blobs. So what we need to do is just copy this part, put it there, so this will create a blob for us, because React Native does not do that for us. We'll need to create a blob for ourselves. So now comes the main part. We need to create a reference in the Firebase storage. So type Firebase dot storage dependencies function. firebase.storage.ref to create a reference in the Firebase storage database, and dot child, so that it creates a folder inside the main database, and we'll call it, and we'll give it the present date so that it remains unique, and we can upload multiple images because there can't be two same date strings. So we'll use the date constructor. So new date dot to ISO string. This will give us a unique string every time. So let's use that. So that's done. Next we need to create a snapshot. So what's a snapshot? Snapshot is nothing but it put our image into that reference. So for that we use ref.put, the put function, which takes this blob as that's the image we need to upload. So next we need snapshot.on, where snapshot.on takes 3 parameters, or rather 4 parameters. The first one is Firebase dot storage without the parentheses dot task event dot state change, so that when the file starts uploading, we know it has started. The next parameter is for where the file starts uploading. So we'll just create a new state, call it uploading. So we get a spinner. We can use it as a state for the activity indicator, the loading spinner, and the initial value which will be false. And then type in set uploading to true. And the next parameter will be the error parameter, the error function. Supposedly an error occurs, so that we can console log the error. And the last one is the success function. So here we need snapshot dot the snapshot is this reference here, where we put the blob or the image. The snapshot dot ref dot get download URL, which will give us the URL of the image we uploaded to Firebase storage, which is our end goal. So URL, storage dot, we'll use the then block here, download URL, or just name it URL. We'll console log the URL as download URL. then we'll close the blob, because blobs need closing, otherwise they'll leak, and that's a security concern. And without this, the app will crash. So let's just close our blob and return the URL, the download URL. Fine. And we need to close our blob here as well. Close our blob if an error occurs as well, and return. We also need to stop the uploading if an error occurs. So that's it. And we need to stop it, and if there's success. So we have completed everything. So let's put this upload image here, and so that we need to, for the spinner to appear, we need conditional rendering. So we'll use the image. If there's the no, not image, sorry, we need uploading. So if the image is not uploading, then we'll show the button, and if it's uploading, we'll show an activity indicator. Activity indicator is basically a loading spinner. Activity indicator, it will auto import, or you need to import it here. So this takes two properties. The first one is size. You can keep it large or small. Let's keep it large. And the color. Color. We'll keep it #000, which is black. Now let's test the app. Do Command R to refresh the app. Choose picture. Choose any picture. We get the picture and upload. Oops, we have an error. So what's the error? It can't find URI. So where's the error? It can't find URI. Let's see where the error is. Oh, here's the error. So it wouldn't be URI. It would be image. Because why image? Because we stored the image in this state when we picked the image from the Expo image picker library. So with that, let's refresh the app again. That isn't working, so we'll go to and do I again. This time you'll see it here, click it. So let's choose an image again. Let's choose a different image. Let's take this image, choose, we get the image and upload. We have another error. It can't find Firebase. Oh, we did a mistake. So it wouldn't be small letter Firebase, but Firebase as F this, because we imported Firebase as capital F. So let's see if there are other Firebases. No, we are good. Reload the app, try uploading it again. Another error. No Firebase app. So here's the problem. We'll fix this by writing this Firebase dot apps. Was it Firebase dot apps dot length or Firebase dot app dot length? Let's see. It's Firebase. If not, Firebase dot apps dot length checks if there are no Firebase apps yet initialized in this project, and it do firebase.initialize app. And you remember the Firebase file we created earlier? We'll use that now. Just type import Firebase config, or whatever you named your variables, from /Firebase, and put it here. Firebase config. This should fix our error. Let's see. There you go. It's uploading. Let's see if it works. Since this is a big image, it will take some time. If it were for a small image, this would have been faster. Just go to our console and check if it gets uploaded. So let's go to our storage section. There's no files yet because it's still loading. It has ended. So let's see if the image is uploaded. It is uploaded. It will be the same image. We get the time and the year of the image being picked. You can see these are the same images. So we have successfully uploaded an image to Firebase using Expo and the Firebase library. You can use this library with any file string or base 64 URIs, base 64 encoded URIs, or simply any image. Do try and let me know. If you like this video, like it, comment below if you have any issues, and subscribe. See ya. Peace.